What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about Canadian five pin bowling. Apparently, there's a Canadian version of bowling, and I have never heard of this before, ever. And I have questions like, is this actually very popular in Canada? Like, is this the normal version of bowling, or do Canadians even have normal bowling, or what I call normal bowling, or is there just this five pin bowling? There's a lot of stuff I don't understand about this, but I'm very intrigued. So today I want to start by taking a look at the Wikipedia for five pin bowling to learn about the history and some background information about this. And then we're going to take a look at some actual video clips of five pin bowling to see what it's all about and what it actually looks like. I'm very, very curious. So, with that being said, let's take a look here. Five pin bowling is a bowling variant which is played in Canada. So, this is like only a Canadian thing. Actually, I had no idea. Canada has its own, of all the unique stuff Canada could have just for itself. Bowling? It has its own bowling variant. I can't get over that. Well, I should say, just judging by the name, five pin bowling, I assume the biggest difference here is that there's only five pins? Is there any other differences? It's popular in Canada where many bowling alleys offer it, either alone or in combination with 10 pin bowling. 10 pin bowling? What is 10 pin bowling? Wait a minute, this rabbit hole goes very, very deep. Oh, this is just this is just normal bowling. This is what I think of as normal bowling. It actually has a name. It's called 10 pin bowling. I had no idea that it actually had a name. It never mattered here. Like growing up in the United States, there's only one bowling like that exists in our minds. So we didn't call it like 10 pin bowling. It's just bowling. Now I know there's a distinction. Okay, very, very good. Okay, so in Canada, bowling alleys offer either 5 pin alone or combo it with 10 pin. So there's entire bowling alleys in Canada that are just this 5 pin bowling. Really? That's honestly, this is like so fascinating to me. I would think somewhere along the line in my life, I would have heard about this, like somewhere, at least once. I think that's part of the reason I'm so intrigued. And I guarantee you, most Americans, like, I've never heard another American utter this phrase, five pin bowling. So this is like just not known here in America for what it's worth. Oh, there's like a picture here. What is this? Five pin bowling. Oh, look at this. Here's a bowling alley. Look how tiny that ball is. What's it? Is that how you're supposed to hold it? Look how small it is. It's like bowling with a cantaloupe or something. And then there's the pins at the end. Yeah, there's only five of them. Man, the bowling alley looks super naked with only five pins. There's so much space in between the pins. How do you even hit one? How do you get a strike? How do you knock down all these pins? They're so far apart and you have such a tiny ball. And he's gripping it with two hands. Is this the proper technique? Or is this like a child's technique? I don't know. That's funny. I've never seen such a thing. That's an image of a five pin bowling alley. Cool. It was devised around 1909. This is not a new thing. This has been around Canada for over 100 years. By Thomas F. Ryan in Toronto at his Toronto Bowling Club. Man, how do you just like pull up to your like sporting club and propose a whole new way to play your sport? And then, better yet, everyone's like, all right, cool. Five pins. What? Why not? In response to this, customers who complained, oh, this was a response to customers who complained that 10 pin was too strenuous. I mean, the balls do get, they're pretty heavy, right? Like they can be like 10 or 13 pounds even. He cut 5 10 pins down to 75% of their size. Oh, so the pins are very tiny too, huh? And used hand-sized hard rubber balls, thus inventing original version of 5 pin bowling. And then this actually like spread across Canada. That's like my main question here. Like how relevant, how known is this sport in Canada? Is this like a niche thing like in Toronto where it was invented? Or like do average Canadians have childhood memories of playing 5 pin bowling, you know? Cuz when I think of bowling, I only think of bowling, the one way that it exists here. Yeah, if you're in Canada and someone comes up to you, your friend is like, "Let's go bowling." What version are you talking about? Like, are you? Do you mean 5 pin or 10 pin bowling? Which one comes to your mind first? Which is the default bowling in Canada? That's a question I'm very interested in. If anyone can answer that for me. Uh, so this is popular in Canada. Here's the gameplay. Are the balls really like hand sized? Are they really made out of rubber? You like grip it? Can you grip it in one hand like this? Like a little pumpkin or something? I don't know why I'm obsessed with chucking fruits and vegetables down the bowling alley. I don't know. The balls in 5 pin bowling are small enough to fit in the hand, and they have no finger holes. There's just no finger holes. That's so funny. This is so different to 10 pin bowling, as now I know it's properly called, where you put your 3 fingers in the holes and roll it down the aisle. And it's a big old ball. The Canadian 5 Pin Bowlers Association, there's a professional bowling association in Canada, 5 pin bowling, has approved balls with thumb holes. Thumb holes. Okay. Um, Unlike any form of bowling in North America, the pins in 5 pin bowling are worth different scoring point values. Depending on their location in the V formation, the pins are worth different points. Like each pin has a point value. This just keeps getting more and more different. The center pin is worth 5 points if knocked down. Those on either side, 3 points, and the outer pins, 2 points, giving a total of 15 in each frame. So instead of each pin being worth 1 point, like in 10 pin bowling, the middle one is 5. So you're basically always going for that middle one and then trying to like get a strike or something, knock down others. Oh, in each frame you get 3 attempts to knock over the pins. That makes sense to me. Because when I was looking at this photo here, I was thinking like, oh my god, this looks very hard to knock down all these pins. With the tiny little ball, you get 3 chances, not 2. Like in 10 pin bowling, you get 3 chances. Oh my god, there are a lot of... oh my gosh, there's a lot of rules here. I don't know if I have time to go over all the rules. What is this? 10 pin, duck pin, and 5 pin. Candle pin? What is... I didn't know bowling went this deeply. I gotta be honest. There's all these different words. Candle pin, duck pin, 5 pin. I don't know. These are the sizes of the bowling balls. Wow. What the heck? Terminology. 10 the hard way. After the third ball having a frame score of 10, where the remaining pins are a 3 and a 2 pin that are not neighbors. So it's like a 7-10 split in, I keep wanting to say normal bowling, but I'm going to say 10-pin bowling, because apparently there is no normal bowling anymore. I'll never be the same after this. It's like a 7-10 split. The 3-pin and a 2-pin that are not next to each other are really far away, and probably very difficult to get both with one ball. There's the chop and the chop off, the corner pin, head pin, there's a punch, strikeout, and there's major tournaments for this. Okay, very cool. Okay, that's pretty good for the background. I have a couple of videos here pulled up that I wanted to take a look at. This one is 5-pin bowling explained, and it's also going to show me like what this looks like.
Hey Ryan, can you tell me a little bit about 5-pin?
All right, so 5-pin is a uniquely Canadian game.
Wow, I'm just so distracted by the balls in their hands. They're so small. You can really hold it with one hand. And they have cool colors. Okay, let's keep going.
The balls are similar to what you might see in duck pin or candle pin. They're a little bit smaller than 10-pin balls.
How heavy are they?
There's a bit of
A little smaller than 10 pin. I think these are a lot smaller than 10 pin. Yeah, how heavy are these?
a range. There's also a range of sizes as well. They're not all uniform. So smaller hands are going to have a little bit smaller bowling balls. Bigger hands, a little bigger.
That makes sense. You know what? This must be much better for little children to play. Now that I think about it, it's very hard for kids to play bowling. Like, the balls are very big and awkward, and kids' fingers are too small. But this version of bowling, 5-pin, this would be much more friendly for little children to try to play. That's actually a big bonus, huh?
Exactly. All right, Mitch, so tell us a little bit about the scoring.
Yeah, so the scoring is quite different compared to 10-pin. Well, first of all, there's only 5 pins. There's only 3 up there right now. But the head pin, so the middle pin, is worth 5.
Yeah, okay, so we looked at this. There's the pins actually have different values. So I wonder what the strategy is in 5-pin bowling. I'm guessing you go for the middle pin every time, like the first chance you get.
Two. And also keep in mind, each frame you get 3 shots. So you can have a 15 frame that's
3.
not a closed frame, not a spare.
And then the max score,
450.
let's do it.
The maximum score is 450. Okay.
Let's hit it.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Okay.
So what Barks and I are going to do is we're going to play a Baker game. I'm going to be lead off because I have more faith in him getting a mark at all, because I don't know if I will. 5-pin's a lot harder. Like in 10-pin, you kind of want to curve it, but in 5-pin, you really want to play the deflection. If anything, they play a lot straighter down the middle and just...
This is so interesting. Like, I do personally enjoy, like, sports and athletics, so this is really cool, learning about, like, an entirely different game that I didn't know existed. So, I was wondering about this. You don't really impart spin on this ball, and you're really going straight at the front pin, which is worth 5. And from what he's saying, 5-pin bowling is harder. Just looking at it, my first knee-jerk reaction was to think, this looks more difficult. The ball is smaller, the targets, the pins are smaller, there's more space in between, there's less targets. So is this just like harder bowling, I guess?
A little bit of backup, if anything, and just try to send the pins left to right. I mean, it sounds easy, but I guess we'll find out.
It doesn't sound easy.
160.
That high?
I think so. I'm going to close some frames.
All
I don't know.
160, there's like a maximum score of 450. Is 160 good?
Okay, man, I don't really know how I want to play this.
This
but
is hard.
Just like a spare shot, right? At least I would think.
Oh, dear.
Of course, that's my introduction to the game. Okay. I want to see them actually like hit one of the pins.
That's a little better. No. All right. There you go.
Oh, wow. Okay. Those actually like blew up pretty well. He hit the center one and four of the pins actually ended up going down with one hit. They actually like blow up better than I thought.
That's a little better. No.
Huh.
There you go. There you go.
It's all right.
Huh, this actually looks very fun.
Just like shooting a 10-pin.
Oh, this'll be hard.
Get it. Oh.
That looked really hard. It actually feels like, man, I can't tell if it would be easier to aim the ball with finger holes and using a big old 10-pin ball, or if it would be easier to be able to grip the ball in the palm of your hand. I kind of like that, actually. That actually seems like it would feel kind of nice, like you have more control over the ball. This is actually really cool. This is so fascinating. I actually wish that they had some of this in the United States. I'd love to try it. And now I see on the left-hand side of the video, there's a regular 10-pin bowling lane set up. I can see. So this bowling alley is like half 5-pin, half 10-pin. Is that how it usually works in Canada? You don't even have to pick. You just go to a bowling alley and you can expect to see both versions, I guess. That is so cool. That's so interesting.
It's all right. Yeah, it's all right.
I'm gonna skip ahead. Maybe this guy's a little better.
Done this for a while, but seem to have a knack for it.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I think I get it. That's pretty cool. I got some more videos here as well. This is someone trying 5-pin bowling, I think for the first time. So this would be like, I can really relate to this experience.
This is the Canadian exclusive. Can I zoom? No. 5-pin bowling.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is very, 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 very different from your normal 10-pin bowling.
Yeah.
There's 5 pins.
It's so interesting to think about. She says it's normal 10-pin bowling, and I'm just thinking like, for Canadians, what is normal when you think of bowling? It seems to be quite different to what I think of. I guess 5-pin and 10-pin are both normal in Canada, huh?
Other thing is the size of a bowling ball. Like, let's compare here. You know, we're used to 14, 15-pound balls.
Yeah.
These might be like 2 pounds, maybe.
Really? Are they really only like 2 pounds? That's incredibly light. It actually seems like this would like be easier on your body. Not that I am out there bowling that much, but when I do, it's like it is this big hulking ball. Kind of hurts your wrist after a while. Like if you're like me and you're getting way too into it and trying to be like a pro even though you're kind of bad. This seems like not necessarily more casual, maybe a little more casual, just a little more friendly, and possibly even more fun, just looking at it.
I'm just gonna throw some shots and we're gonna see what happens. I have not done this since I was probably 11 or 12 years old. Well, it's
Okay.
been a while. We're gonna see what happens. This is a very competitive sport in this country.
Is it? Like, this is is there a pro league for 5-pin bowling in Canada? All right, let's skip ahead here and get to the actual... Oh, well, she's actually looking at the Wikipedia. like we did. That's funny.
Because this is it.
Okay.
Palm of my hand for reference. That's it.
Okay. Very tiny. Okay. Oh. This could be hard. I don't know. This looks hard when people do it. Let's skip ahead one more time. This is actually like a professional open like tournament. This is the 2023 Canadian Open men's division. This is serious 5-pin bowling. I've never seen a 5-pin bowling period, let alone like professional. Like these people are supposed to be quite good at this. So let's take a look at this. Oh.
Let's go, Philip!
Philip. Let's go, Philip. Let's go, Philip. Come on, Philip. Wow. Oh, wow. That had some velocity behind it, for one thing. So, pro 5-pin bowlers throw it very fast. He literally hit the dead center of the middle pin. And he got a result of 3. Or what would this be? 5 plus 3 plus 2? So 10 points, I think. And he bowled what I thought looked like a perfect shot. So is there a way to be like perfect at this game? Everyone's so encouraging. Very encouraging. Oh, they're alternating shots. Okay. That's a little different. Oh, and the ball comes back up with the ball assist machine thing, too. Okay. Man, these guys are supposed to be... these guys are like very, very good, obviously, and they're not getting a strike every time, you know? Like professional 10-pin bowling, you're expected to get a strike pretty often, I think. And that just doesn't seem to happen here. Oh. Come on. Huh. Okay. I mean, what is this? The National Open? This is not... These could be like pro amateurs or something. I don't know if they're actual professionals. Looking at their scores, the max score in a 5-pin is like 450, and these guys are at like 100 or 150 points each. Here's another clip. Oh! That's a strike. Okay, that's actually a strike. Holy cow. It is possible. It is actually possible to get a strike. That's the first strike I've seen. Wow. Oh, never mind. Maybe this guy's a professional. He just got 2 strikes in a row. That's not luck or anything. The name of this video is getting a 448. This guy got a 448 here? Oh my god, now I know the max score is 450. No, he was 2 points away from a perfect game? No. No way. No way, 448.
Get over!
Oh, no way. Oh, that was painful. I'm acting like I'm an old school 5-pin bowler. Like, oh, that one hurt. Oh, man. But I can at least appreciate, oh my god, how close he was. He was 2 points from a perfect game. So you can get very, very, very good at this game. You can get strikes after strike after strike. So in that sense, it is somewhat like 10-pin bowling that I know of. But anyway, there you have it. There is the Canadian 5-pin bowling. I had no idea what this was. I had never heard about it till today. And I just thought this would be a really fun thing to try to learn about. And it was. I actually think this game looks really, really fun. Maybe more fun than 10-pin bowling, the bowling that I've only ever done. That's really, really cool. Canada has its own version of bowling. And you need like different pins and different balls. It's pretty elaborate. And I don't know, I'm kind of shocked like no one in America knows about this at all. It's like some kind of secret Canadian sport or something, but not anymore. Because now I know. And I have to say, it's really, really cool. I quite enjoyed this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on 5-pin bowling. That'd be very fun to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and Canadian culture and learning things and seeing things about Canada for the first time, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.